this game. That is not the way you want to start with the kickoff going out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Okay, ready? Set. Hut.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
Man, first play under the lights. You had all day to think about how you wanted to start the game. And this defense, exactly how they wanted to do it. Get to the quarterback and get him on the ground.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Here's a heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for room, it's Moss. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Runs through a tackle.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Finds his big tight end. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Bussey. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The give on the option. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Caught in the backfield. It's Moss. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third down, he drops to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for space, it's Durham. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. The Tigers want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Here's some pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Nestles it in at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Running back searching for a hole. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They want to run this quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The give to the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give on the inside. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for them.
He's loose on the left. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. LSU right back to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
What's a nice job by the receiver there on the slant throw. Gets across the defender, makes the nice catch, hauls it in.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one splits the uprights. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the second quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's second and 9. Using his feet. Finding open areas. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Now they'll run it to the right here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt it. And it'll be down right there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5. And the Tigers in the hurry up. They'll keep it on the ground. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's It's a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Rushes on him. Hard running there. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. And now let's see what they come up with on third down after that incompletion. To the air, it's Nussmeier. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fires to the middle. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Bringing it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Powers through the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line, getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To throw, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
This is a guy that gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. After that last run, he's already now got 100 yards rushing.
Makes the grab. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the J's.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Give to the running back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Power football with the run. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a deal.
He'll try to take it back. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way. To get...
Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Line getting set on second down. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. He's going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Handoff from the gun. Inside the 40. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him with that last play. Now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
Get set, get set.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it.
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So the old lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. And the punishment has been extended.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up
same page. And then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Throwing right. He's got him wide open. At the 45 on his way. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Lost one deep down the right side. Got it! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 9 over Liberty. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Reed. Makes the catch. It's Bussey. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Right back to it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
The toss sweep to the right. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 11. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Gonna run it. It's Durham. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, going to the air. Touchdown, LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. The sure hands, it's Moss. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here comes the heat. Safe completion on the screen. Shakes off the defender. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gonna take a shot. And it's caught inside the 15.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, his coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.